Alright, once I have the basic outline of my elevations, all I have to do now is apply some siding and roofing materials. And the easiest way to do this is with the hatch command. And it is on the draw menu. I can choose hatch there, or I can just type in H-A-T-C-H, hatch. I think hatch. Yeah, H works as well. So this screen right here is going to come up, and what I'm going to do first is I'm going to choose my boundaries for my hatch. So I'm going to choose this add pick points, and I'm just going to start with this one over here. I click inside, and it selects this as my boundary. It's basically like if I have a bucket of paint and I want to dump it inside there. This is where the paint is going to stop. And in this case, I have a bucket of siding that I'm going to dump in there, and I don't want it going past that boundary. So whenever I'm choosing my siding, there's all kinds of different standard hatches. And I'm just going to go ahead and click on that swatch and look through them. I could make it brick if I wanted to, make it concrete, make it out of concrete blocks. There's all kinds of different things. And if you go out on the internet and do a search for hatch patterns, there's thousands out there. I'm going to cancel out of that. And in this case, instead of using the predefined ones, I'm going to choose a user-defined one. And it's basically just going to be lines. The angle is going to be 0 because I want it to be horizontal siding. And my spacing, typically with my horizontal siding, my lines are 4.5 inches apart or 4 inches apart. So we'll just use 4.5 for my spacing. And I'm going to click the preview button to see what it would look like. And then I say enter. I'm also going to make a layer. Since those lines are so close together and the siding really isn't as important as the main features or the main outline of the building, I'm going to create a layer make a new layer called A-EL for elevation dash finish. And I'm going to choose color 14, which is a very light color. And I'm going to close out of that, select the hatch, and it shows up as one object. And I'm going to change it to my A-EL finish layer. That right there is what my siding would look like. Now, before you go ahead and start doing this on your own, I'm going to show you one problem that people run into. Sometimes the hatch command does this, sometimes it doesn't. So if I'm zoomed in real close like this, where I can't see the entire space, and I pick points, sometimes it won't allow me to pick the point, sometimes it will. See, in this case it did. So that's something to watch for. I like to have the whole area that I want to be selected on the screen whenever I'm picking my boundaries. And at this point, everything's already set up, so I can just say enter, enter. I could have put it on the right layer first. I didn't, so I'm just going to select that as a source object with my match properties command. And I now have siding on my elevations.